My name is Lindsey Huff. I'm the VP of Corporate Development for Daily Dental Care, and I am the co-founder as well. I was working at a Fortune 100 company at the time, and I honestly, I've been friends with Emily for a long time. We've done other startup adventures together, and when she called me up, she just said, "You know what? I think I really have something here. Let's go. We've got some money. Let's go to town with this." And I just said, I didn't have to really think about it, to be honest. Just the cause, the story behind it, I was inspired to just say, you know what, let's give it a shot. That was November of 2016. And then they were piloting the product at that time, Daily Dental Care Oral Care Lozenges, which we have here today. We ended up starting the company in June of last year, 2017. It is an oral care lozenge, and we call it a Smart Mint. What it does, it's a dental prebiotic lozenge. So what that means is, if you're familiar with probiotics, prebiotics are kind of the fertilizer to the seed that is probiotics. We enhance the bacteria and their health-promoting behaviors while kind of stifling down the pathogens or harmful bacteria in your mouth. Tame them down a little bit, or at least encourage them into better behavior. We're just kind of getting out there. You know, it's a lot of education because a lot of people aren't familiar with what a prebiotic is. And there's kind of this shift happening with global consciousness around the link between your oral and systemic systems, that people are starting to recognize that is a very big deal. And it's, the mouth seeds the gut. And yeah, it's just kind of this microbial revolution that's happening where people are recognizing that bacteria is not that bad. It's actually good for you. Primary is direct to consumer. So the everyday consumer, people like us, you have aging parents, you have children, you yourself can sometimes be a little bit lazy. So it's really kind of that market that we're focusing on. And then the secondary market is more in the dental space and the B2B sales type of stuff. We live in a system that is completely set up for reactionary medicine. We don't go to the dentist unless our teeth hurt. We don't go to the doctor unless something's wrong. In a sense, it's an ability to take your own health into your own hands. So if you take this daily, and it's curbing inflammation, it's working on the microbiome, it's balancing your microbiome, it will help keep you from having decay in your mouth, inflammation. Everything's working on the bacteria, and the bacteria are starting to work in our favor. So it's a totally different approach, right? I mean, most medicine is you treat the host. But we're saying, no, if you treat the bacteria, they'll treat the host. And if you treat them well, they'll be nice to the host. So that's the different kind of approach that we have. They're like humans, and they'll act out when they have sugar. And they'll produce acid, plaque, inflammatory kind of byproducts that are harmful to us. And then there's good bacteria, like if you're familiar with lactobacillus, they are a little bit more prone to having byproducts that are actually anti-inflammatory and helpful and protective. So that's kind of the good versus bad, but really you can manipulate all bacteria toward favorable behavior if you're nutrient stressing them out and giving them good stuff to eat instead of the sugar. So what we're doing is we're introducing a sugar decoy molecule that blocks all of bacteria's ability to process sugar. So they can't do it. It's too big. It blocks up their receptors. Then we're offering a vitamin B6, a really high-grade vitamin B6, and that's turning on their protein metabolism capabilities. Or I think it's called catabolism. I'm not the microbiologist. But so basically what you're doing is you're encouraging them to eat healthier products coming from the food that we're eating. And that's creating healthier byproducts. And then there's another element to there that's also balancing pH and remineralizing teeth. So there's kind of a four-pronged approach to our product. In a reactionary type of system that's built to just handle things that have already gone wrong, we're trying to get ahead of the curve and help people prevent those awful things from happening. I like to call it a microbial revolution because it's just, that's the way it's going. People are starting to understand the power that bacteria have, and we're just leveraging that. The microbiome is an ecosystem of fungi, bacteria, viruses. That's what makes us what we are. And working with that instead of trying to work against it with a lot of antiseptics and antibiotics is I think, it's pretty new in practice, but the studies thus far, and I'm sure future studies are going to show that that is absolutely the healthier and better way to go. I would say that we empower good bacteria to kind of take up space in your body because they're going to be there. Bacteria have always won. They've won since day one, how many billions of years ago. So really, it's just kind of giving them what they need to treat us well. Daily maintenance of your microbiome, oral microbiome in our case, is very important for just having a healthier body. A dental prebiotic is nutrients for your bacteria. It's not more bacteria, it's what we're feeding the bacteria. The good bacteria are empowered to basically take over your oral environment. So there's biofilm in your mouth. They take over that environment, they'll break it down a little bit, but most of all, they'll be producing anti-inflammatory, protective type of byproducts. With bad bacteria, we're keeping them from producing those bad byproducts like acid and plaque because we're just plugging them up with a fake sugar molecule.